Welcome to Hero Machines, where we bring you the fascinating world of woodworking, timber processing, and the timeless craft of lumber production. Today, we'll step into the heart of a sawmill and witness the transformation of raw logs into precisely cut lumber. This isn't just about machines. It's about skill, tradition, and the enduring value of working with wood. Whether you've spent years in carpentry, forestry, or simply appreciate the beauty of oak and hardwood, you're about to see the process up close. It all begins with massive hardwood logs, carefully transported and aligned. Notice the precision required even before the saw touches the wood. Each log must be measured, secured, and positioned correctly. For red oak, one of the most prized hardwoods in North America, preparation is key. Proper log placement ensures that each cut maximizes usable lumber, reduces waste, and preserves the strongest grain patterns. Many experienced woodworkers will tell you, efficiency starts long before the blade runs. And here, you can see that principle at work, measuring twice, cutting once, and handling each log with care. The sawmill comes to life as the log enters the cutting line. With steady force, the massive blades slice into the oak, revealing fresh grain. It's a moment that always amazes. Watching years of growth, decades of strength, suddenly open before your eyes in smooth, clean cuts. Notice how the operators adjust for thickness, depending on the purpose of the lumber. Wider slabs for flooring and furniture, narrower boards for framing and structural use. Every adjustment reflects experience. knowing where to cut, and how to balance yield with quality. Here is where modern machinery truly shines. The system automatically guides the log through a sequence of cuts, ensuring accuracy down to millimeters. Yet, while the machines do the heavy lifting, the operator's judgment is irreplaceable. Small choices, like angling the log, reading imperfections, or choosing where the heartwood will be exposed, make all the difference. This is a dance between man and machine. The sawmill's power ensures speed and strength, but the craftsman's eye ensures beauty and usability. The combination produces lumber that builders, carpenters, and homeowners will depend on for decades. Few woods compare to oak. Its durability, resistance to wear, and stunning grain patterns have made it a favorite for centuries. What you see here is not just cutting wood, it's unlocking potential. Each board that leaves the saw carries history, rings of growth, marks of weather, even signs of the forest where it once stood. For older generations, oak often brings memories. Perhaps it was the family dining table, a handcrafted rocking chair, or the sturdy beams in a farmhouse. Watching oak being milled is like watching tradition being carried forward. A critical part of sawmilling is making the most of every log. Notice how offcuts, slabs, and smaller pieces are also collected. Nothing goes to waste. Side cuts can become pallet boards, wood chips, or fuel for bioenergy. The core becomes strong, straight lumber. This efficiency reflects lessons passed down through generations. Respect the wood, and it will give back in countless ways. Older viewers, especially those who have worked in woodworking, will recognize this principle as both practical and deeply meaningful. As the process nears completion, the boards are trimmed, squared, and stacked. What began as a heavy, rough log now rests as neatly cut lumber, ready to serve in building homes, crafting furniture, or shaping everyday objects. Each piece is uniform, strong, and ready for use. It's a quiet satisfaction, watching the transformation from raw timber to a usable product. A reminder of how human ingenuity and nature's gift come together in harmony. And so, from towering oak trees to finished boards, we've witnessed the timeless journey of wood. For many of us, this process reflects more than industry. It represents tradition, craftsmanship, and the value of doing work that lasts. Thank you for joining us here on Hero Machines. If you enjoyed this journey into the sawmill, stay with us for more stories of powerful machines, skilled hands, and the craft of turning raw materials into lasting treasures.